is the period when people are trying to find their solutions for the security issue for the long-term and short-term perspective, because many civilians didn't have any opportunity to take guns, for example, or to protect their families before, especially when we are talking about Kyiv or other cities not near front line, but on the central part of Ukraine or a little bit far from the front line. That's why, as I know, many non-governmental organizations or even civilians try to train their capacity on this area, for example, to have some trainings for the first aid, help, and so on and so forth. I'm not sure that Ukrainian government gave a chance to be more or less in harmony for this period because of the strange messaging about the security issue and the fight with Western speakers about the level of security or level of threats. I think that Ukrainian elites are doing their job very well in this issue, because you know that Ukrainian society historically had a bad experience of conversation and negotiation with the central power or local power. That's why we didn't have many examples of the elites representative who were elected many times. From time to time we have more or less totally new parliament with new MPs. We had only once president, which were elected twice during our independency period, and so on and so forth. And now we are very close to new electoral circle in 2023, when Ukrainians are going to elect new parliament and then new president in 2024. That's why rhetoric of the fighting in between elites from the power groups and opposition are very tough and hot in their public conversation, and the rating of the leading group is decreasing. It's very naturally for this period, a year or 2 years before new big electoral circles. From another hand, now it's not the best time for the fighting on that level. Minsk agreements or Minsk protocols were a little bit old for the new era of relationship with Russia and new level of threats from the Russian Federation to Ukraine. That's why I don't see any competitive ideas about solutions for these aggressions according to the Minsk protocols, because these protocols were signing many years ago, in 2014, 2015. There are another reality in Ukraine when we are talking about decentralization reform. That's why the so-called special status for the communities, not for regions, are very well adopted on the local level, on all territories, not only for Donbas. I'm talking about financial decentralization, governing new type of governing rules, and so on and so forth. Any of communities in any of the oblasts can develop their capacity to spending their budgets as they want. Their strategy of the development for these territories could be adopted by their self-government levels. So this type of reality a little bit changed. We know very well about passportization of the Ukrainian citizens on occupied territories. It's not something new for us. And according to different analytics, understanding what is going on that territory. Till the end of 2022, near 1 million of Ukrainian citizens on occupied territories of Donbas will have Russian passports. And this is another reality what we had before. That's why I don't know how the solutions according to Minsk agreements could looks like. I think that the main question about what type of authority will managing the territories on the future, and this is the first level of acceptable finding solutions for Ukrainians now. Because Ukrainians know very well that more than 600,000 of Ukrainian citizens on occupied Donbas got Russian passports. According to Russian Federation legislation, it's very well predictable what is going on there because these people are under the jurisdiction of Russian Federation already. This is the problem, and I don't think that any changes to Ukrainian constitution will be acceptable for whole society when the society will know very well that partially our people is under the Russian Federation jurisdiction. Changes to Ukrainian constitution look like a solution in 2014-2015 when Ukraine signed and Ukrainian representatives signed Minsk protocols. Now, after the decentralization reform and changing of the Russian jurisdiction on Ukrainian Donbas territories, it's not acceptable for Ukrainian society.